The Flash star Ezra Miller still at large. All right, due to my bout with health emergencies, I'm a little late coming on this. This is already over a week old. But not a lot has changed since this latest episode in the terrible saga of Ezra Miller. Yet another terrible aspect of the curse for the DCEU. You've got Amber Turd. That's come to a close somewhat. There's still camps, despite all the evidence that, she's, a bald-faced liar, abuser with deeply rooted problems with terrible psychosis. But nevertheless, there's that. So that creates problems for the Aquaman film. And there's been some screen testing where one, she's somewhat limited in it, and others, she's latest one, apparently there's more of her in there. And they even had the Michael Keaton Batman scene in it, which is interesting. But that had been mentioned before, and they thought, because of Ezra, gonna have to take that out because the Flash movie is supposed to happen first, which would explain the presence of Michael Keaton's Batman being in the Aquaman movie, or in the DCEU and all that. But Ezra had some problems. He choked a woman, then he attacked some people, and then attacked some more people, and then this little nugget came along. That's actually several years old, which is one of the more mysterious elements of it. So the simple synopsis of it is these parents of this girl, who's now an adult, was seeking a restraining order through their tribe. They're part of the Sioux tribe. So anyway, we'll get to it here. The Flash star Ezra Miller is accused of grooming a young girl, and her parents are seeking an order of protection to keep the actor away from their daughter. In court documents obtained by TMZ, it said Ezra Miller first met Tokata Iron Eyes when she was just 12 years old, with Miller then 23 years old, when Miller was visiting the Standing Rock Reservation in North Dakota. And according to the girl's parents, it's there where they sparked a friendship that has put their daughter at risk. The parents claim that Ezra Miller also flew Tokata to London in 2017 to visit the set of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, with Tokata only 14 years old at the time, while Miller was 25 years old. All right. Now, look, the way this is stated, he flew her and her alone. And hey, parents, where were you then? You see, the problem of doing the restraining order and all that stuff, trying to take action now, she's 18. So if she wants to be with Ezra Miller, there's not a lot here other than her own mental state and saying she's incapable of making, declaring her incompetent, that sort of thing. Court could do that. But this also gets into the business that this is an order from a tribal council, I believe, which I don't know how much range that would have. I mean, if Ezra, or if she was to show up on the reservation, then Ezra could be, arrested and expelled from the territory. Beyond that, I don't know. So the parents also claim Ezra has supplied their underage daughter with alcohol, marijuana, and LSD, and that as a result of their friendship, Takata has dropped out of school. The court documents also reveal the parents flew out to Ezra Miller's home in Vermont in January to get their daughter, where they discovered Takata didn't have her driver's license, car keys, bank card, and other items needed to navigate life independently. And her parents say they also found bruises on Takata's body, which they allege Ezra caused. Following the girl returning home, it said she fled to New York City to reunite with Ezra, and from there the pair has been traveling together to Vermont, Hawaii, and Los Angeles. Worth the mention is that while Miller was in Hawaii, he was arrested numerous times, for these violent outbursts, always involving women. He attacks women. So maybe he is responsible for the bruises here, but we don't really have enough evidence to go with there on that. The court documents further allege that Ezra Miller told Takata to go by a different name, Gibson, and that Ezra decided Takata is non-binary transgender, when Takata had previously declared herself as non-binary queer gay. Okay. Ezra uses violence, intimidation, threat of violence, fear, paranoia, delusions, and drugs to hold sway over a young adolescent Takata, states the parents of the girl who is now 18. And see, there's the problem. You should have acted on this earlier on. I don't know. They were missing something here, you know? And I've seen other reports that do have a little more details and stuff, but nothing that answers that. So, picking this one because it's quicker. Takata is the daughter of Chase Iron Eyes, an activist, attorney, politician, and member of the... I thought it was the Sioux tribe. Oglala, maybe? Sioux tribe. An Instagram account said to belong to Takata Iron Eyes responded to the controversy by mentioning how supportive her comrade. So he's made her non-binary, transgender, and a communist. Okay. Ezra Miller, how supportive he's been. So, yeah, that was the post initially. She said that a friend of hers had died and that Ezra was supportive of her during that time and then all of that. And she says her parents are the problem and they're the ones psychologically torturing her and all this sort of stuff. But the one thing going for her is her age. She is now no longer a child. It's kind of too late to do this unless they have some more damning evidence over Ezra Miller doing this to this now woman, or I'm sorry, non-binary entity, and then yeah, he could be charged and and all that. But it's going to be a kind of a tough sell. I mean, that's what is it, 6 years of this, and now it happens. Yeah, no. But anyway, how the hell are you going to do this movie with this guy? What's next? See, that's the thing. You know, you got to sit there and wonder, how much worse is this going to get? I mean, it could be anything. I mean, maybe even... Is he going to kill somebody? I don't know. Or possibly hurt himself, you know? And they already pushed it back, so it's not coming out this year. They're going to wait till a year from now for this Flash movie to be released. Man, a lot of stuff could happen in between that time. And so, and the upshot of it is, apparently, as I'm taping this, and this has been a couple of days now, nobody knows where he is, or this lady, this entity. They, them pronouns. They, them. It's plural. It doesn't work that way. Anyway, so they can't find him. Who knows what's that about? But I'm not understanding the legal jurisdiction here as to how binding this order would be. Certainly within the reservation it would be, but I don't know that you could have him extradited to them or anything. I don't know. But then again, why is he hiding? Or is he in some rehab facility, perhaps trying to? But it's, man, talk about piling up, even higher than Amber's turd. So, DCEU is, I'm afraid it's cursed. A lot of things through their own fault. Ezra Miller was always a bad choice for Barry Allen. He bore no resemblance to the character in any way, shape, or fashion. The personality was nowhere near anything that Barry Allen had been, and all that stuff. And they were just like, hey, he's this goofy, funny guy. And that's what they were going for. But they had to have known that, there's a problem here. He has a lot of serious mental issues that he should be dealt with. but it's all being dealt with publicly and involving law enforcement and all that. So, and the sad thing about it, most of you have to go by what people have said, the people who've seen the screen test and whatnot, that apparently the movie's pretty good. You know? And they're stuck with this mess that they have to recast it, possibly reshooting it as we speak. Who knows? Because he plays two versions of the character, you know, because of the time travel and multiverse shenanigans going on in it. And so that's a lot of stuff to redo. But more than likely, if it does get released, it'll be the last time you see him as that character. Then they'll have to recast it down the road. But boy, I tell you, it's like 2 steps forward and 20 steps backward for the DC films. And granted, a lot of it was their stupidity during the early days of it, the panicking and 11th hour changes and all that Zack Snyder stuff, and just on and on and on. But man, but this one probably should have seen it coming, you know. Oh well. Hope this can be resolved well, but I don't know. Anyway, there's that story for the continuing terrible saga of Ezra Miller.